Liv Morgan gonna win the women's Money in the Bank this year, and that's all I'm gonna say.
You don't believe that.
Liv Morgan to do, man. You want her to?
I want her to beat competition. That's what I want. She hasn't been convincing at all. She was getting her ass beat by Becky Lynch, ass beat by Rhea Ripley.
Becky Lynch had to cheat to beat her. They literally bring that up in the story. No, come back here. No. You're not finna rain on my Liv Morgan parade, dog.
Let's move on.
No, we're not moving on. No.
Yeah, I see that.
Homie, I'm leading the way. DG on top. How about you keeping the lane? Steer them away. I don't fear my ops. Battle with me, I'ma stay. Kick up my feet on the plane. Homie, I'm leading the way.
Jesus Christ. All right, hold on. Now I gotta fix the microphone. Hold on. God.
Just imagine this is like audio only, and they like first click on it, and all they hear is ah.
Yeah, because I'm like, what's wrong with my mic? And then a bolt just goes flying. I'm like, what did I do? Man.
Screws, man.
Oh man, Devin, how you feeling today?
I don't know, but if that's a sight of things to come, then it seems like things will be off the rails, unhinged.
I doubt
loose
that.
cannon, loose screws. You know, driving down the street.
In your 6'4"?
You know what? My mind didn't go there, but it works.
Well, look, man, we are busy, bro. So let's jump right into it, man. Hello, all, and welcome to the Heel Turn Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Jackson Jr., Devin Lee Crimes. Alongside me, Devin, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty wonderful today, man. You know, I can't complain too much. And if I do, I was gonna rhyme something with much, and today's not that day to be an MC. So,
wasn't you a rapper? Wasn't you a rapper back in the day?
That was a different phase of life for me. You know, think about it, like how Roman the Tribal Chief. You know, that was my big dog days.
Yeah, man. I mean, the constant like drug abuse, you know, the lean, the alcohol.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Crazy.
Hold on. I don't know whose story you telling, because it ain't mine. This ain't Cody Rhodes. We ain't finishing that story.
This ain't Cody Rhodes. It's cool. Everybody has they're defiant. They're what's that word? It's another D word. They're defiant moment. You know, they rebellious too. You know, they got their rebellious stage. You know, that's what I think he was at. You know what I'm saying?
Look at man. See,
Devin, I'm not an MC right here. I'm not just, MCing, right here, just my lap or nothing, bro. Look, man, what I got in my arms.
Oh God.
What I have in my arms, Devin Lee Crown, showed up into my front door yesterday afternoon. And look, man, turns out my cousin has one as well. He has the blue belt, the WWE, the Universal belt. And he showed me that yesterday. Apparently, ours came in at the same time. I guess we ordered at the same time too. But Devin, I have I'm sorry, it's a little heavy.
Weight room.
I have the John Cena United States Championship in my hand. Hold on. Oh, look at that, man. Look at that. It ain't stopping this mug just. Look at that. One more time, man. Bro, when I tell you.
No rusty sound.
This is the greatest purchase I have ever had. I was showing my family. I almost cried. I was like, look, man, this, like, Christmas came early today. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Look at that, no Velcro. It's just straight buttons. Hold on, let me. Bro, man, I love this. Well, let me not break it, but I love this,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
This
you
man.
taking
Let me. It's just so heavy. Oh, man, bro, I love this. I love this so much, man. I love it. You can tell I ain't never won anything because I don't know how to hold this thing to save my life. But bro, man, this is just amazing, man. Devin, hold on. Yeah.
This man gonna
It's
eat the belt, man. You really are a John Cena fan to this day. I see. Y'all the only two people I done seen eat belts for no reason.
Eat belts, hell yeah, John Cena.
Y'all must like dry hard steak, man. All y'all eat.
Bro, man, this is just Devin. Look, I know you got like 12,000 AirPods, but bro, man, you got to sell at least 5 of them. And you got look, man, this is golden.
Look, I want to say congratulations on your purchase, my dude. You know, that says a lot when you go outside now. They gonna know.
Oh.
See, you always talk. Hold on, you always talk about me. Debbie got 12 AirPods. When Debbie order a 2K, he got to get the Legend Edition. See, now they ain't gonna see you. Cause when I grew up, when I seen somebody with a championship like that, I knew they had something in them pockets.
You knew that? Yeah, exactly. It was that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part about that though. It wasn't the adults, it was the freaking 8-year-olds that was walking by watching you with the toy belt. Walking back with a title like this, looking at you, mocking you with it. Bro,
I knew they didn't buy it.
Lie to me and say it ain't those 8-year-olds that be walking past, giving you like that little smirk, like, man, look at you. You went to Walmart to get that belt, man. That's what those 8-year-olds used to talk to, man. Like, that's the 8-year-olds. I had to flex on the 8-year-olds, man.
I ain't feel it back then. Now, when I went to Survivor Series and SmackDown and I seen people with 2 of them, I was like, dang, man.
Oh, look, if you have 2,
one. Man, Buddy had 2. Buddy thought he was Roman.
Look, if you have
Buddy
2,
thought he was Triple H.
All I gotta say is that if you walk into a WWE arena, or not a WWE, but if you walk into arena, stadium, wherever WWE's having their event at, and you have 2 belts, please walk everywhere that has street lights. Because I promise you. Yeah. It ain't gonna be. Look, I ain't saying me. You know, I ain't saying I'm a nice.
I think he got that one. So
I'm a nice, shady, clean individual. You know, but you know. It's people like Devin, you know, he's got nothing to lose, you know. He a rapper, the lean, the alcohol, you know, it's Devin. So, you know, it's just you know, you gotta be aware.
Literally, my first single literally had a circle with a cross in it saying "Say no to drugs, violence, and gangs." The type of stuff you spew on me, man. But it is what it is. I see the championship getting to your head already.
It's getting to your head. It's getting to your head already. Justice says, man, what's up, fellas? He says, love the Spinner US title. Look, man, I got this on Black Friday because usually these, obviously, for those that go on and try to purchase these things, because I've literally been window shopping a title since high school. Literally since high school, I've been staring at belts like this and always seeing $500, $400, no, it was like $449, $450, $575. I'm like, shorty, can you get something in my price range? So finally, I become an adult. I look up. This says $250, and if look, man, if this belt say $250, no, I can waste $250. Yeah, no. It was at that moment I was like, yeah, I got nothing to lose here. I dropped the $250 on Black Friday. I can tell y'all how much it costs. I ain't worried about. Look, $250 for a belt like this, look, man, I can cry every day.
Why you sound like it's so hard to do? He said,
I had to make a split for a while because if I spun it like I did, it was gonna be a bitch swing.
I don't remember John Cena doing all that.
The hardest part is it doesn't wrap around my waist, so I'm a little skinny. I gotta bulk up a little bit because it definitely don't fit around my waist. It can fit, but I can't walk for no more than 5 steps. But man, I love this thing so much. I love this so much. I showed my dad who hates wrestling, but I showed him. So my brother who hates wrestling. Like it's so, man. If you can get a WWE belt, I'm not trying to advocate.
Hey, see, when you get a WWE belt,
What? I don't even know what happened. Devin, what happened?
No. Because everything was fine until you came along with your little championship belt, thinking you big time now, and said, I'm gonna just boot everybody up out of here. That ain't happening. Just because you look, I'm gonna cut a promo right now. Just because you got that belt on your shoulder don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. And I know our predictions all over the place, but I know I'm in there somewhere. I know we a team on the faction one. But look, come Tuesday, as Von Wagner said, yeah, you're gonna wake up, that belt gonna be somewhere.
Bro, that's the thing, man. Like, if we were, like, to be honest, in all honesty, if me and you were doing this show, like, face-to-face, up close, literally, for our predictions, I'll put my belt on the line, for sure.
He said, I'm putting hands on you. I'm like,
damn. Yeah, put my hands on. Like, straight up.
I gotta call Justin at that point.
If we were in close proximity, if we was doing this show in a close proximity, this belt will be the belt they'll be the prediction belt. And and then I'd be a little salty until I do have to put the hands on you because I'm down like 0-3. It's like something like that. Then I got a crossbody you or something. But like it's stuff of us, you know what I'm saying? Like we can make that work. Here goes Justin. Justin says, if you walk into a WWE event with 2 replica titles, hook your boy up with one at a reasonable price. No, Justin, rob him. Just rob him. They ain't gonna give it to you. Just you might as well just go somewhere where there ain't street lights. Look, Justice from the east side, man. Justin got a little.
But what if Justin get caught? That's the thing.
Justin ain't gonna. He's a boss, man. Justin ain't gonna get caught.
I guess you got a point. I stand mistaken.
They're gonna be like, "Did you steal a title belt? What title belt? Oh, you get to go. My bad. I'm sorry. Look, I ain't even know, bro. I wasn't familiar with your game, man." That's Justin. That's the boss, man.
Hey, that checks out.
He said, apparently, if you get a WWE belt, it makes you pull a Houdini and disappear. Just like
I'm telling you. No, he was like, I'm John Cena. You really can't see me.
You really disappear for real. But like, man, look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta go to a Suns game later on. You gotta watch SmackDown. You got a busy day ahead of you, not only today, but tomorrow as well. And I don't want to put your business out there. I mean, you can tell us what you're doing over the weekend, but I ain't want to throw your livelihood out there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, wait a minute, hold on. How do you know what I got going on? That's what's creeping me out.
That's what I was saying. I said I didn't know what you got going on, so I was gonna let you say that.
You said you got a lot going on, but I ain't gonna tell you.
You got a lot going on. I ain't gonna tell nobody. So I mean, what you? You could have just been like either I do got a lot going on and this, that, and the other, or I ain't even doing nothing. It's one of the two.
Look, after SmackDown and Survivor Series, I'm in the house on weekends now. Man, that was enough for me. I don't even like people like that. I'm like Brock Lesnar. I can be out there with people I don't really be wanting to. Hey, once I go back in this house, it's wraps. That's my stomach telling me go outside.
I do feel that though. I do got you on that. I'm actually and look, I know we're about to be 15 minutes in, but I promise you, this show is gonna be real quick. We're gonna take care of you. But man, I'm in the new fortress. It's getting remodeled a little bit. The light says it's halfway done, but I got a new fortress. It's gonna come together. It's gonna come. Yeah, it's gonna look good. You trust me. He said, "Is that title a crystal ball or something?" I don't know, man. Let me look at Devin's future. Hold on. I think he's
he like, I know you got a busy weekend ahead. I'm like, I ain't even got nothing going on. So I'm thinking, like, what kind of life am I living that you already know what's going on?
Yeah, I was
like, are you the creative in my life?
I was just hoping you to respond. Just, oh man, Devin's got a busy schedule tomorrow, and then I stopped. So I was gonna be like, okay, that's Devin's turn to be like, oh, I don't, or I do. I'm just leaving it out there. I was just throwing the softball, throwing the football.
No, it makes sense.
Devin hates me, man. This dude hates me.
Because you're the creative in my life, so it makes sense. You don't want
to
give me all the twists and turns.
Man, look, man. Let me tell you something though. If I was creative right now, I would have been booked this.
Made Roman the longest champion.
Not that yet. But Seth Rollins had more words to say, had more words for CM Punk. Did we just leave again? No, okay, cool. My screen got turned black. But Seth Rollins, he was in an interview. He talked to Jimmy Trainer on the SI Media podcast. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And He also goes on to say, Rollins says his issues with CM Punk. He says a lot of it's personal, a lot of stuff that I don't really want to get into, but for the most part, I think he's been really selfish when it comes to his perspective on the industry. And I think he's been extremely, extremely self-serving and has played the martyr role to a T. Look, I got a lot of good things to say about parts of my relationship with him. He's helped me in places where he didn't have to, whether that was for his own good or not. I'm entirely not sure. But regardless, it helped me get to where I needed to go and got me to things I needed to do. For a guy, when I met him, made it seem like he was all about giving back to the business. He really turned into a selfish guy, and I really wanted to take him from the industry. And I mean, he goes on. I mean, he goes on for a good minute. I'm gonna finish this last call. Just by the way he treated people, the way I felt he was looking out for himself, and then the way he talked down about me and my friends and the people who are here putting the hard work in the WWE, trying to make things as good as we possibly could because of the love of the industry. Truly love it. Not just what we can do for us. We actually love it. We want to give it back to it. And that's what to make it the best it could possibly be. And I always just felt he was a fraud in that sense. Or at least he turned out to be one at some point in the last decade. That's the long of it. What the hell, Seth? Damn it. Speak normal. That's the long of it. It's a deep, deep-rooted, I wouldn't call it hatred, but a certain animosity. There's an animosity there, no doubt about it. Devin, are we getting work, brother?
Yes, we are. We getting work. I don't know about y'all. You know, I don't know. You probably over there. Surveillance, freaking, you know. But me, no, I'm not, because think about it. It's all working pretty well. When CM Punk came at Survivor Series, you got Seth Rollins, man. F you, man. What you doing here? I swear to God. You got Michael Cole holding him back with the no selling face. He, you know, so, and I thought I seen somewhere that they filmed even like his reaction backstage, like to use for down the line. That way you can get what happened after the cameras went off on air. And I'm thinking they're gonna put that into the story once we get that story going. And I would venture to say, I'll jump in it right now and say that'll be one of the big matches of WrestleMania. Seth Rollins and CM Punk. World Heavyweight Championship.
The big match at WrestleMania. You know he ain't gonna main event. You know
well, I said one of. Look, one of. I mean, hey, wait. But no, you right. They might not. That'd probably be like the first match. Or like night two. I mean, not night two. I'm sorry. I don't know how they'll do WrestleMania.
I lied. You actually got a point. I forgot there was 2 nights. So yeah, he could.
We had 2 nights for like 5 years. Yeah, that's probably why they did it.
But that's the crazy part. How crazy is it that CM Punk literally on AEW told MJF to leave and go main event at 2-for-1 extravaganza just for CM Punk to might possibly main event a 2-parter extravaganza? That's crazy.
See, I'll be honest. I won't even like, you know, that type of person. I can see that, and more I can see why people will call him a hypocrite or even say like he's in it for him. You know, I can see it, but at the same time, like things just happen. Like who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? You know, I like saying, who would have thunk it? Who would have thought Jack Perry would be, it's real glass, cut me a ripper, and then he get choked out, and we where we are right now. If he would have never did that, who knows what would have happened? It's always those key moments in life that just you'd be like, dang, what would have happened? What would have happened if Roman, you know, didn't have to not wrestle at day 1 last year, and Brock didn't win the championship from Big E and da. Like it's wild about it.
But that's the thing though. That's the thing though, because I honestly do agree. I do think I do think CM Punk can be selfish. I do think CM Punk can be a pain in the ass, but it's entertaining as hell. I don't care. He ain't beating me up. He ain't choking me out. So like, you know, that's how I view it. I see CM Punk, like I said, I always see CM Punk as that coworker that you can't stand to be around. You don't want to see him. You avoid him at all costs. But you know, if you ever team up with him or you ever need the job to get done, he knows his stuff. And if you want to get the best out of you or performance or any type of project, anything like that, you're gonna look at CM Punk because the results are there. You can see it. And so, I mean, Seth Rollins, everything that he said, I can agree with wholeheartedly. Yeah, he was talking foul on Roman. He was talking foul on John Moxley, and he was talking foul on Seth. At the end of the day, I don't care. You know, it's like I want to see CM Punk because he still entertains me, and I'm still having the time of my life watching him wrestle. Does that make sense? Or
Makes perfect sense. I'm telling you, because the whole thing is just that's wrestling. Like who? How would you know? Like that's just the unpredictability about it, and you just go from there. You pick out pieces of it that would work for you in terms of the best way to excel in your storytelling, and that's all you got. That's all
exactly.
You got. It ain't got to be hard.
Justice says everything Seth is saying and doing is definitely a work. And it's going to make for an eventual match and feud that much bigger and better when it happens. And yes, I agree. Devin, early, not even an early prediction. This isn't even a prediction. Who needs to come out of this with the win? I mean, Seth Rollins lost to Cody Rhodes 3 straight times when Cody debuted. I don't want to see Seth Rollins to lose to CM Punk 3 straight times. That's not, I don't want to see that. So, Devin, how do you see this feud going? They're like, who should this benefit more?
I do agree with you on that with the not seeing, how he lost to Cody 3 times. Then again, that one was different to look at because the belt was never in question in that. Now we got a belt, so we really can't just throw back and forth losses or, hot potato the championship. But in a sense, I feel that once we get to that point, once we're at WrestleMania, I would say I don't actually see CM Punk winning because look at like how we got Road to WrestleMania this year with Cody. Everybody, Cody gonna dethrone Roman. Cody gonna be the one. And it didn't happen. In a way, it's like, some people probably back there will look at it like, hey, this man was gone doing some other stuff. Then he came here, tore his pectoral muscle. That sucks. And he came back, won the Royal Rumble, now he champion. Like, people probably would have thought he didn't earn it, to be honest, because you got to think he didn't really get to put his, stamp in WWE in 2022. And here he was at WrestleMania this year. And then boom, you're just gonna give him, just the championship right there. So I feel like they'll probably have CM Punk go down a similar route, where it's like he's not gonna just win the big one right now, straight out the gate. Like you said before, like they'll probably have him earn it back, lose, and now he got to start from the bottom in a way and come back up. That's how I think it'll go. So even if we get that match at WrestleMania, somehow I don't think that Seth Rollins is gonna lose.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. And even going back to what you just said, like we had this plan that was like, because we talked about this in the last episode last week, where we see it as Seth Rollins and CM Punk can have this feud. Seth Rollins needs to win. And then he's like, hey, Phil, get back in the back, bro. You weak. I'm sorry. You ain't here yet. You ain't ready. So CM Punk is like, damn, I'm here to WWE. I got to get my stuff together. So now I got to beat up Grayson Waller. Now I have to beat up, let me just throw out a bunch of people. I can't throw out that name. We're going to talk about him, and I don't want to be disrespectful. But, trust me, we're going to get to him. But, you got to beat up, the likes of Johnny Gargano's. You got to beat up, I'm just throwing out random names. But, that's how I want to see CM Punk, come back. But as we're pushing along, Devin, I'm not making fun of this. I'm not saying this was funny when I saw this. So when I reenact this, I'm not being funny. I promise you. Every time, because I missed NXT, but every time I went on social media, the first sentence I heard was, it's going to take surgery. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. And you could just see the emotion in his eyes. And we're talking about Wes Lee. Unfortunately, he came out to NXT, said that he's going to be out of action. And we just got a timetable. He'll be out for 8 to 12 months, so damn near close to a year. And this is also coming from Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels said this was a last-second decision to come out and announce this. Devin, your thoughts on Wes Lee?
As unfortunate his injury is, I feel like this could be a really good thing in the end for him because given, the time that he'll be away, which, like I said, is unfortunate, I feel like it'll give him time to just kind of figure out how to put himself as Wes Lee in front of people where, how I just said recently, I felt like he was better as a tag team partner. I didn't think, as a singles competitor, yeah, Wesley, he was North American champion, like he had a defenses, but it's just like it's gonna take more than that for him to get to that next level. For where if we want to go, like, bring him to the main roster, like I don't think he would fare well right now if he was to get caught up. But with this injury, I feel like he can come back, maybe repackage himself just a bit. He'll still be Wesley. Who knows? Come back with a different hairstyle, different music, a different everything. And then he'll be gone for so long that it's not like it's just why would you want to just change your whole look, overnight, pretty much. Like that type of stuff would work if we don't see him for months and then boom, out of nowhere, Wesley. So I mean, like I said, it's unfortunate, but I feel like this could be that moment that he needs to find like that next level for himself.
Well, then I gotta ask you a question here, because even watching it back, and even watching the older speeches like this, from the Daniel Bryans, the Roman Reigns, the Edge, the Randy Ortons, I could go on all day about a lot of these guys. Usually it's like dead silent when they're talking. Usually when they start to get a little serious, it's dead silent. When Wes Lee was going on and on, personally, me watching it, it seemed like people could give a damn. Devin, did you notice that, or is this just because of like the smaller arena in NXT? Am I tweaking, or what did you hear that?
I mean, that's a good thing to point out, but I do think it's just that small arena NXT. You're not gonna really just get like that small amount of people to be just. How can I say this? The NXT crowd is just different from the crowds that they tour city to city with Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I had to say the whole thing, Monday Night Raw. But with NXT, like I said, it may be the same kind of cycle of crowd. So I mean, they cheer for things that they shouldn't and boo things that they shouldn't. So I wouldn't put that on him. Like, they didn't really care. They just, like I said, they're in a small room and well, you would think it'd be easier to be quiet, but and like I said, he not really, because at the time I feel like people probably didn't think it was legitimate. They probably was thinking like, oh, just taking them out, replacing them with Dragon Lee. I'm just saying that's how people may have taken it at first, where they found out the time frame for him, and then you see the realness in it. He's not just gonna be gone for a few weeks.
But that's the thing. Before I say this comment, actually, Justice says Seth should actually win the feud. He's done a lot of putting people over as of late, and he needs to avoid being in that category of losing every high-profile feud he's in. I do agree with that wholeheartedly. He also goes on to say, sucks about everything with Wes Lee. Really was ready and expecting him to take the North American Championship back from Dom and getting the NXT back their championship. Because Justin last week said pretty much pretty much that Dominic was holding hostage. And Devin, that's the thing though. Getting back to the Wes Lee comment and the question I just gave to you. If this is Carmelo Hayes doing this speech, it's dead silent, right?
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. That's why I'm like, Wes Lee got to figure out how to have an impact that way. Like if Carmelo was to come out like that, that's gonna hit people. Like, no more Carmelo on my TV. What's gonna happen with he involved in storylines you want to follow. You want to see what's going on with him and Trigger. Is he gonna turn on Trigger at some point? Is he gonna ever get the NXT championship back? Is he gonna get caught? He got a lot of things in the future where you can see possibilities. That's the thing with Wes Lee. You really don't see, besides the North American championship, what else will he be tied to in the future? So when you see it, like, oh shoot, there's gonna be a pause. You're not like, okay, it really wasn't, you weren't pausing like right before, the end of a movie where you're like, oh shoot, what's gonna happen? Boom, pause. I wanted to see the rest. That's the problem. But like I said, I think he can fix this with the time to wait. Get time to think. How does he want to portray Wes Lee to the people?
I agree wholeheartedly. I do agree. And even wrapping a bow on that, I mean, one storyline that needs to get looked at and needs to also get readjusted. Devin, how much have you been keeping up? And you tell us straight up, how much have you been keeping up with the Edge Christian feud? Has that interested you at all?
I'll be honest with you, it did at first.
Right?
I mean, I feel it's like I feel bad because I do, it's like, but it's just I don't know. it's probably people out there that got their teeth like sunk deep into this. Like they've been following every episode, every promo, every segment. And if I say like I'm not really, I was excited, but now I'm not. Well, you just didn't see this and you didn't see that. And it's just I don't know. It's with AEW, they'll have something hot, and then it's just like they just leave it outside, and I'm like, you got to bring that back in at some point so we can see where it's gonna go. But yeah, I don't know. And then with the recent swerve that they just put in it makes me really go, what's going on? Like,
and I think that's AEW's problem. They try so hard to get that swerve storyline in there. They try so hard to make you think one way that something's happening, another thing happening. It's like, let's be honest, man. Everybody kind of figured Nick Wayne's mom was going to turn on Edge. And the reason why I say that is because Nick Wayne turned on his friend Darby Allin to join with Christian. And now Christian is just, oh, well, thank you. Now that you came along with me, now that since your father's dead. So it's just like, because, that's Christian's thing. So he's just like, let me just put you under my wing. Then the mom is just kind of in the picture, in the way. Why would she, why was she getting her son's way? Why? And the story that they are telling, why would she go against her son? It was pretty much written in stone what was going to happen from the get-go. And at that point in time, I think it's so annoying because number one, it's predictable. And number two, I think it's lame at this point in time. Like, it's not fun anymore. Like, the go fuck yourselves, like, those are cool. Like, that's all right. You can leave that. That's fine. But everything else, I'm bored, man. I'm bored, and it's not fun. In WWE, I honestly think WWE couldn't have done a better job. And I don't think AEW is doing a good job either. Like, can you agree with that?
I can, because think also not only that, the TNT championship wrapped up in this, and it's not like they, going crazy over the big belt. I'm not, you know what? I'm not even gonna say I'm not gonna disrespect the TNT belt because I will, because Tony Khan do it every day. So it don't matter if I do. So I'm not even gonna get upset about the TNT championship. I'm not. So it would be better if they probably were doing this over a bigger title, but hey, it's not gonna happen right now. It's wrapped up in other mess. Other devilish things, I should say.
And is Christian the main one? Because Seth Rollins just talked about CM Punk, and it's like, well, he says he's for you, but it's only benefiting himself. I see that in this Christian program that in AEW. I don't see Christian bringing up anybody. Luchasaurus, he was bringing him up for a split second. Then it's like, no, you suck. I'm changing your name now. Like, it's like, dang, bro, like, where's this coming from? So it's like, it's like not even my fault. So like, do you see Christian being a positive to these younger guys, and I'm talking about storyline wise, like as of right now, or do you see it how I see it? Like, he's not really helping nobody. This is all for Christian, and it's not really. It's good, but it's not all that.
No, I get exactly what you're saying, and that's a good point with the Luchasaurus thing. First, it actually stems back to when he first got the TNT championship. Immediately, Luchasaurus was the one that won it, but yet Cage was like, "I'm the champion." From the jump, it was like, Luchasaurus, I know you won this belt, but it really don't matter because this guy can just say he won it because he, his name been out there longer than yours. Tough, right? And from there, I don't see Luchasaurus coming out of this at all. Really, just ain't nobody gonna be either more scared of him or more behind him. Because for one, you can't make him sympathetic because how? That's like trying to make the Great Khali sympathetic in a feud with Rey Mysterio. You do that. So it's just and then they try to do that similarly with Wardlow and MJF, and that could have went somewhere, but. That's the thing. They never capitalized on them turns of momentum. Wardlow should have been going on a warpath after that, but I don't know what he's doing. And with Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne, maybe Nick Wayne might figure out something out of this, but Luchasaurus, no. I'm sorry.
And then, hold on, we have Justin here as well. He says, Nick's mom, Shayna, literally watched her son get attacked by Adam Cole.
I was going to mention that.
But that's the thing. Wasn't she about to get the chair, though?
Yeah.
I don't get it. That's what I'm trying to. Okay. Let's do the storyline here, because what Justin is saying is right. but we still have to rewind because there's still some stuff missing here.
Because that's the
Nick's
thing.
mom was about to get concerto by Christian, right?
Yeah.
So Edge comes, saves the day, beats up her son, and concertos her son. Am I correct?
Yes. In front of her.
So because Edge saved her life and beat up his son that was going to watch his mom get her brain splattered in the ring,
Man,
that causes her to be like, screw this man that saved my life. I have to, like, come on.
go with the guy that tried to, smash my head together with some chairs. Yeah, I was gonna mention it, but like, I mean, I'm glad Justin did because we can't, leave that elephant in the dark. But yeah, that's the crazy part about it. It's like you're gonna team up with the man that was trying to make your head a Oreo, but yeah, the man that saved, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Nothing makes sense, man. It's just.
And shout out to Christian. Shout out to Justin. shout out to Justin for the context too, because man, like, look, just even with the context, sometimes we just be going off on the rails and we be so passionate. But yeah, man.
He said, shout out to Christian, man. He said, taking out these moms, man. Keep it up.
These moms, man, they gotta go.
I thought you was finna do a new Jack.
It just don't. But even Justin ended it off on a high note. Doesn't take away the fact that it is still just lame. It still felt lame. Yeah, it's lame. It don't make any sense. It's stupid. It's too much going on.
Putting even that background just make even more less sense. Like, it's just I don't know. Just imagine it be a TV like a show you watching, man. You put the same type of story in it, somebody else gonna be, man, what the heck am I watching, man? Cancel subscription. It's just don't make sense.
No. I can tell you one thing that makes sense. Well, to an extent. Two of these things. There's two guys that dedicated. One is dedicating a return to somebody, and another person said they felt his spirit during a match. And one of these guys, my computer is frozen right now, but I have it by off of memory.
It wasn't Bryan Danielson, was it?
It's a B, but I'm talking about Braun Strowman. Talk about Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, he hasn't wrestled since May, and it looks like he's going to be turned back from injury. And just looking at it right here, get over my screen. My screen is just frozen. Like, I can't do anything. Like, what is going on?
I said friend.
Like, what the hell?
Your screen said stop.
Here we go. Braun Strowman underwent level 1 fusion surgery on his C4 and C5 vertebrae in June and hasn't wrestled since May. But in a recent interview with News 18, dang, 39 years old, Jesus Christ, he went on to say, so I just recently had 5 month checkup at the world famous Andrews Medical Center where WWE graced me with the surgery. Yeah. So I have a cervical fusion on my C4 and C5. So they put a metal plate and 4 screws in my neck. I have 4 screws and a metal plate put in my neck. And he says, I wouldn't be where I am in my career or life without that man, Bray Wyatt. He's done so much for me as far as in the business of teaching me navigate the way through this crazy industry. He taught me how to be a better performer in the ring. But the most I could take away from my time with Bray and the 8 years I got to spend with him was to be a better person. He's one of the greatest human beings I've ever stepped in the ring with. Devin, are you excited for Braun Strowman's return? Are you excited for that?
This is no disrespect to Braun Strowman, but I'm gonna have to say no.
Wow.
I mean, because I ain't trying to be mean, but like ever since he said that thing about high flyers and something, he said flippy people.
Yeah,
he got teamed up with one of them, and after that, he wasn't really doing nothing. Ricochet went on, and and then he had his injury. No, I'm saying he got teamed up with Ricochet.
Oh, and Ricochet was doing most of the work or something like that.
I didn't say that. See, you the one got the venom. I'm over here trying to be as respectable as I can to tell. I really don't want to see him like on TV. I'm not saying Braun Strowman just terrible. It's just I don't know where to put him right now. I didn't know where to put him back then.
Creative ain't got nothing for him.
If I'm the head of creative, I don't. And maybe that's why I ain't in that position. But what I'm just saying is, hey, look, I hope he has like I said, a good recovery and everything's fine. But like I said, at this moment, I'm just looking like, what would I be trying to do with Braun Strowman? Like, I mean, I'm not finna have him win a tag team championship with a kid. I'm not gonna do that, obviously. He can't just barge in and just go into the main event title picture. Can't just do that. And I mean, we just want to like, granted, the last thing he was fighting for was the IC belt, but Gunther, Goon, he ain't coming off that right now. And if Braun Strowman was to beat him, that's not the right person to do it because he don't really need it.
Yeah, no, Braun, you go back into the title, you go back into the tag team picture, or we try to do whatever. Look, no, you gotta look. I take that back. You gotta put him in the tag team division. And sad to say, you gotta treat him like Randy Orton, like last year, with Riddle, because even Randy Orton came out and said like Riddle carried the load, he couldn't do it, so Riddle went in there and took all the heavy bumps and did all the crazy stuff, and Randy just came in for the save and did Randy stuff. I think Braun Strowman might have to do that. Look, man, you got a C4, you got your C4, your C5, your C7s to get like. Look, man, you're about to turn 42. Like not 42, you're about to turn 40,2. So it's going to take some time. I don't trust it. So yeah, I am in agreement with you. And outside of Braun Strowman, somebody also dedicated something to Bray Wyatt. If you haven't noticed, and I didn't notice this at all, and it's my fault. I know Justin noticed this. Justin knows everything. But you seen when Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page had their crazy-ass match a couple weeks ago, you noticed Swerve Strickland's pants?
You in the midst of everything going on in that match, I did not.
Yeah, he had the Fiend's pants, like his pants and attire was dedicated to Bray Wyatt and the Fiend. He really just came out and said that, actually. And he says, I'm a horror person. And I was just really happy to see a new age of horror brought to the screen and in the industry that I love. I was like, this is revolutionary. I wanted to take a little piece of that into what I was doing that night. If anything, I feel like his spirit powered this match. I was in locker rooms with him during my time doing 205. He gave me hugs. He was awesome. At one point, I had to help him with the Fiend mask, and he was always a good brother in the locker room. He was fun and really cool. Man, Devin, look, I mean, as much as we can crap all over that match, I think that's pretty cool, don't you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, look, hey, that's a nice piece of the match I will take. I didn't know, and hey, that's cool. That's why I'm saying, in the midst of all that, I wouldn't have been like, man, them bands look familiar, but now if I promise I won't rewatch it, I'll be honest with you. But if I ever see it pop up somewhere, I will have a different small token of appreciation.
Exactly. And look, we got 15 minutes right now so far. We got 2 topics to get into, and we got to start with the up. We were going to move forward, but we just got this text message slid in. Swerve revealed that his gear was a tribute to Bray in an Instagram post as well, and I wish I was following that man. Like, I just wish I was following that man. I would have had
so many people.
I can't keep up. I just do the dance, man. I just watch him go out and I just do the dance, man. I just go out there, I watch the match, and I dance while I'm watching it. That's all I care. That's all I care about right now.
I play his theme song in the car sometimes.
Sorry, Strick, man.
I swear, when I drive,
it's dope, man. The dude's catchy. But Devin, I'm afraid your worst nightmare has came true. No, you didn't sell your house because Liv Morgan told you to. But it was something else. It's something totally different. But it's
because I forgot all about that. I mean, it didn't happen, ladies and gentlemen, but he always would make this joke about me talking about that.
You're right. I just got my house back.
I stole my house to Liv Morgan, and she told me, watch me.
She said, watch me sleep in your bed. Oh, my God. Nah. I forgot about that. I was going to say something, but it's going to lose in. We got to be cool with Liv Morgan. But your fears have officially came true. WWE is exploring cutting back on house shows as part of cutting cost initiatives Devin, that whenever was the last time you saw WWE in Hammond, Indiana, that might have officially been your last time. How do you feel about that?
I don't like it at all because I think house shows are a terrific, thing. They're in wrestling, professional wrestling, I should say. And the reason I say that, and to counter, well, you should give the wrestlers time off. Yeah, you can do that too if you schedule it the right way. And when I say that, that means don't put a house show right after Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? I know that Sunday freed up because now we on Saturday. That don't mean put a house show there. That don't mean put a house show. Put it on Wednesday, not a Wednesday. I don't want to rattle those feathers. Put it on a Thursday or something, some other day or that next Sunday because ain't nothing happening that Saturday. Because I think, and this is why I think AEW should do house shows as well. It gives them reps, man. It gives people experience. They ain't on TV feeling all pressure to make everything perfect because it's a house show. That's where you can find different things. Like, I didn't think that was going to work. I didn't think the crowd was going to react like that to that. That gives you time to experiment is what I'm getting at. And if you limit that, to me, I feel like it puts more pressure to get like so good where it's like you just might screw up. Where you can kind of go through those ins and outs at a house show. You still in the ring, you still in front of a crowd. It's just the less pressure of it being like just televised. And things that happen at a house show may not affect the storyline necessarily. And that way, like I said, and also you get the test reactions. Like not last year, just actually 2 years ago. Wow, I'm digging in my bag. But they were running that Bobby Lashley and Big E and Roman Reigns match before they put it on Monday Night Raw. And that way, I mean, you can see, on paper, you like, dang, that sounds like a good match. And again, some matches you think will be great, they not. And that's, to me, a house show is a good way to just test the waters, I should say. And you take that away, what are you going to do, brother?
There's nothing you can do at that point. And, I mean, I think it's messed up because we're not, and I think they're doing it wrong. Like for house shows, and you can be mad at me, you can disagree wholeheartedly, but I think I have a point here. For house shows, you don't need the John Cenas. You don't need the Bryan Danielson. Or let's talk about now. You don't need Roman Reigns at a house show. You don't need Seth Rollins at a house show. You need, for me personally, the guys that you need at a house show, the guys I would expect to see in Hammond, Indiana is like, Johnny Gargano. A main event attraction, LA Knight. Like one of those, I'm expecting to see a Baron Corbin. I want to see mid-carders, at that high level at a house show. Because that's, like you said, and your point, we got to test the waters. We got to see how you can react. I already know how I'm going to react when I see Roman and Seth Rollins, but they're walking into a little Hammond, Indiana building. Like, I ain't trying to be that negative, but like, we were there when The Undertaker showed up. The lights are off, but you still can see the hallway lights in, and you smell the hot dog. Like, it's not completely dark because it's a small little building. So it's like cutting down house shows, I think is so messed up. And the reason why I think it's messed up, and it's not, I don't think it's the end of the world or nothing. I just think it's messed up because now you're just taking away from a lot of people that can't afford to go to SmackDown. Me and Devin have only known house shows. We just started going to SmackDown and Raw when we started getting money as adults. Like, I mean, and I guess I can speak for myself. I mean, I don't know if Devin was just going to SmackDown and Raw all his own. Like,
wait a minute, no, that's you. You don't went in college. I went to SmackDown. I went to Rumble. I went to. I mean, you the one was out here big balling. I just not caught up. But I catch your drift though.
Right, we just now catching up, but we had to watch our favorites through house shows that are way cheaper than Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So it's like, I feel like you're taking away from the little companies, the little cities as well. And you don't need, like I said, you don't need Roman Reigns there. We don't need to see Rhea Ripley, in Hammond, Indiana. Just give me Cora Jade. Like you just to show up. Liv Morgan can show up at Hammond, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's one of those things. Look at that. Devin's like, oh, now you got me. Yeah.
Look, hey, I already told you. People know what's up. I'm like, R-Truth, what's up? Y'all know what's up. No offense to Liv Morgan, but
we have somebody that disagrees. Justice says, honestly, I don't mind them cutting down the live event schedule. It lowers the risk of injuries happening and gives the competitors more time for free days. That's fine. I understand that. But what about the guys that aren't seeing TV time? What about the guys that are in catering? You know, what about the guys that do want to wrestle but don't get that opportunity? And quite frankly, they have to wrestle in, you know, an empty NXT building or, you know, do Stafford training instead of actually going out there and performing in front of a live audience, in front of a live crowd. Don't you think a Lash Legend could benefit instead of just sucking it up, you know, in NXT? And she's there, she's gotten better. Like, I ain't trying to go crazy on her like that.
Hold on. I can't get it out. It's just because this.
What I do?
It's not even you. It's just because now I'm scared to comment because of the last thing I seen him say when he came to Lash Legend. And you say, I can't do it. Okay, look. Maybe he'll add to this. I don't
look like Lash Legend.
No, that was you with your disrespect. I'm talking about Justin because you know on NXT, she body slammed Otis, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" Justin he wasn't feeling it. I mean, I ain't putting words in his mouth. I'm waiting for him to chime in. It was just funny that you said Lash Legend after he said you was like, I think you like that.
Justin was like, oh,
yeah, that's all. I'm like the boss.
Justin, you mean Black Hulk Hogan? That's what you're trying to say? It's like Justin's like started getting raged.
Like, wait a second,
wait a second, brother. He's like,
he said,
nah.
he said,
no,
set up for a minute.
He said that body slam was whack. He said, I did see that because you actually told me about it, and I had to go and see it.
Justin made me drop my phone, man.
Oh my god,
I love what Justin tweet,
amazing, man.
But no, man. I mean, you two bring good points, especially Justin saying like it can lower the frequency of injuries and give them free time. And like I said, those will be, you know, things to think about. And that's why I feel the scheduling of it will come into play. Like I said, I can't stand when they got people like a Io Sky in a War Games match that Saturday, and next Sunday she defended her match on a triple threat match. I mean, defended her title in a triple threat match at a house show. Like, just why she couldn't have that Sunday off after that? You know, it's like I can get if we saw at Survivor Series Gunther versus The Miz, right? Let the house show be Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, like Samantha Irvin be saying. It'd be kind of heat. Let them be in a tag team so they can get their reps in just because he got his rep in Saturday. And it's just levels to it. They'll eventually be in the, you know, Survivor Series tag team, and whoever else after that can be, you know, like the Creed brothers. They could be, you know, running the house show tag team matches so they can get those reps, get to see how they can react and how people can react to them. It ain't like you said, that was a great point. But like, I know how I would react when I see Roman or if I see Seth Rollins at a house show. It's about how will I react to these younger guys coming up and what can they learn from that?
Exactly. And when with this whole conversation, I know you went on to say, like, you know, you're not disagreeing with Justin. I do got to clarify that too. Not disagreeing with Justin at all. Let me just throw that up there one more time. Not disagreeing with Justin at all, just because, look, man, it does lower the risk of. We seen that clip of Seth Rollins, you know, with the sunset flip, trying to get it on Kane on a table, and just completely ruins his knee. We don't see him for a good year. You know, like that's messed up. And we have a lot of videos like that. You got Liv Morgan just absolutely sucking Natalya, getting up your you know, like walking rolling out the way. You got Natalya 1, 2, 3. Get the hell off me. God,
I ain't want to go back to this, man.
He was like, James,
you know what?
Get your hands off me.
Look you in Natalya for that match, man. She ain't have to do that. She didn't.
Ooh, look at that. Justin said he's standing on business too. He said, I meant what I said too. He said, I've never been impressed or intrigued by Lash Legend, but her slamming Otis was actually impressed. Oh, I was actually impressed by that, but wouldn't be surprised if it's the only impressive thing that she does.
I love it. I'm sorry. It was just like I said, the timing was hilarious. Because like when he said what he said the other day, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, and then you was like, Justin, like, I think we should do away with him. And you, what about Lash Legend? And I'm like, wait a second. Justin finna sit up, man. Hold on.
Justin?
And I meant what I said.
Lash
I
Legend
love it,
is
though.
Justin Zalia, man. I think we just found that out. Lash Legend is Justin Zalia. Oh my goodness, Justin! I don't know if you had watched this was like a year or two ago. I was
Once a
sick
year.
and I was pissed because I thought Aaliyah, and I said this, and I still believe this to this day. And Devin wouldn't back me up on it. I said when Aaliyah was wrestling, I said she clearly wasn't ready. And then I said watching her wrestle is sending us back 10 years in the Divas division. And Devin just pretty much was just like, well, 2 years is a long time. And I'm like, 10 years? No. I'm like, she's awful.
It was highly disrespectful. But
Highly
I understand.
and in the words of Justin, I meant what I said too. Yeah. In the
We
words
gotta
of,
put that on a t-shirt, man. I meant what I said too. When you walk away.
we do got one more topic though. Just one more topic before we close it out. We got at least like 3 to 5 minutes left. Tony Khan pretty much said that, hey man, Ric Flair's appearances is paying for himself. All the money that he's bringing in for his energy drink, that's pretty much just paying for his AEW appearances. So Tony Khan doesn't really have to even come out of pocket for this. Is this still a good thing to have Ric Flair on air?
As long as he ain't talking about meeting up with 18-year-old girls.
Man, come on, man. Come on.
And you know what's crazy? I've been looking around. I'm like the only person out here that's thinking of this stuff, man. I mean, look, I ain't trying to sound like a softie. It's just, it is what it is. If you want to say it, say it. I mean, say it.
You're a softie.
Look, SAWFT, whatever it was back in the day. But it's 2023, like I said. And just like when you do things, you can't look at the first 3 people in front of you. It's probably another 18 on the other side, too. And they all gonna react differently to you. And the thing is with Ric Flair, like I said, if he was a younger guy trying to put his foot, in trying to make a foundation for himself as this is how he got to be who Ric Flair is, then I wouldn't have a problem. But it's just like it did nothing for him. It did nothing for nobody but just make people uncomfortable. Some people, I'm not saying everybody. I would have been like, man, he tweaking. I don't know why he said that. But like I said, you're going to have that one lady, Jimmy, cover your ears, close your eyes.
Cancel
culture, hear
man.
what he has to say. So, I mean,
but they failed.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's just, to me, like I said, it was unnecessary, man. It was putting a hat on top of a hat and it's not even cold outside. A jacket on top of a jacket and it's 80 degrees. That was what that whole thing is. So for Tony Khan to say he not even paying for this, I mean, if he was, it'd be even a bigger L in my viewpoint. But I don't know. Wait a minute. How they got so much money to pay for it? I ain't never seen somebody in my life in this time where I'm at drink a Woo energy drink. I never heard of it until now.
I still haven't seen nobody pop that thing open.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I feel like it's better not be no under the what they mean by Woo energy drink.
And even Justice
research.
Justice says definitely agree with the fact that Aaliyah wasn't ready to be on the main roster. WWE rushed her way too fast. All right, man, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Devin, I ain't gonna lie to you. My computer is on 5%, and in this new fortress, I can't find the plug. I cannot find the plug. So this is a perfect time to close this show out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the ball's in my hands. Oh, there we go. There, he was messing stuff up. We good now. Real quick, because
the ball's in your hands.
The ball is in my hand. Just a singular ball. Come on now. You see, look at that. See, words twisting out here. But I ain't gonna hold y'all because it's Friday night and y'all know what that means. So it's your boy Devin Lee Crime Jr. Let me hand it back over to the man who gonna feel exactly how I felt when my computer died about a few years ago and how I handle it. And we bounced back from that. We was criticized for it, but it's okay. So I'm gonna hand it back over to the man who has the dying computer. I should just keep on talking, but I'm gonna be nice. Isaiah Jackson Jr.
Man, look, and unfortunately, we gotta let this news out for you guys as well. Tomorrow, I gotta work. We had a Christmas parade that I gotta attend. At first I thought I was gonna be off at 2, and then my roommate was like, "Oh yeah, there's actually something going on, and it won't be done until maybe 9 p.m. So long story short, we got to come back to you to figure out when we'll do a show, but we will be back on Spotify. We'll be back on Spotify.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back on Spotify in the coming time. And his computer has died, so I will be closing this out. Goodbye, everybody, and be safe.
Lil Morgan gonna win the women's Money in the Bank this year, and that's all I'm gonna say.
You don't believe that.
Lil Morgan to do, man. You want her to?
I want her to beat competition. That's what I want. He hasn't been convincing at all. She was getting her ass beat by Becky Lynch, ass beat by Rhea Ripley.
Becky Lynch had to cheat to beat her. They literally bring that up in the story. No, come back here. No. You're not finna rain on my Lil Morgan parade, dog.
Let's move on.
No, we're not moving on. No.
Y'all ain't see that. Y'all ain't see that.